Welcome to another episode here on Drive with Jesh. Today we're going to be visiting with Rudy Quinones, who owns Renown Auto Restoration here in San Antonio, Texas. And he also races in the Ferrari Club Challenge Series. Rudy's going to give us a little behind the scenes tour of his shop so we can check out some of the rare and incredible cars that they have here. Then we're going to go on a drive in his Ferrari 365 Daytona and his serial continuation Shelby Daytona Coupe to learn more about Rudy's journey and entrepreneurial background. That being said, let's get to it. Rudy, just walking into your shop at the entrance here, already kind of blown away by some of these cars. What can you tell us about the Lamborghini here?
So what we have here, it's a 1969 Lamborghini Islero. It's just the era of the Italian V12s. This is a very special car.
Immaculate condition. And what about, I see the GTO over here.
This is 67 GTO. Wonderful story about the car. A client of ours, a good friend of ours, showed me a photo one day of him as a young man with his father with exactly this, not this particular car, but exactly this coloration, black interior. We even replicated the tire. They didn't make the Goodyear Eagle STs anymore, so we bought these decals and super glued each letter onto the tire to replicate the Goodyear Eagle ST.
That is so cool.
And his dad just walked by here and then started looking at the car and then walked up the stairs and stopped and said, "Wait a minute." And his son was standing right where you're standing, pulled the keys out of his pocket and threw them.
Wow.
And said, "Dad, that is your car."
Making dreams come true.
Making dreams come
and
true.
the attention to detail with the Goodyear that you glued on there.
It had to be exactly,
yeah,
right?
That's really
Just
cool.
to pull it off, it had to be exactly the way it was back in the day.
Love it.
And those details are what makes the difference.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's keep it going. I got one question for each of you. If you could pick one car in the shop to take home to your own personal garage, what car would that be?
65 GTO, so I can put it next to my 67.
Ooh.
Good answer.
Nice,
Age before
good.
beauty.
Age
Yeah.
before beauty, 62 250 GTO. I'll take that one home.
The answer is always 250.
How do customers even find you guys?
We do maintain a wait list.
Oh my.
Yeah, we call it our renowned customer wait list. So we have some people that are willing to wait for us because we're pretty good at what we do.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are a little popular. I like that.
So Jesh, this is our library of knowledge. This is one of the tools that we use. So we collect all the service manuals for all the classic cars that we work on. Wiring harnesses aren't always the original ones. Wiring diagrams are never the same. So those are big challenges to try to sort out all the drivability problems or even restore any kind of electrical system or mechanical system based on that. So we use this as the base to at least give us a starting point, and then we take it from there.
Interesting. You mentioned challenges. What other kind of challenges do you face, either in your shop or kind of industry as a whole?
Parts. A lot of times we get so many delays on parts. So a lot of parts are manufactured overseas, and so there's a big time delay in that. And so, supply chains are often interrupted. We're juggling projects just because we're waiting on parts. So that's a big challenge. And so logistically, we've got to juggle, each technician is assigned 5 or 6 vehicles in 1 week, and he has to work on this car until he can't work on this car anymore. And then all of a sudden he needs a part or something. We try to find it locally, but oftentimes it's a very special part, especially for some of these older cars, and you have to source it outside the U.S.
You mentioned overseas and outside the U.S. I've got to ask, have tariffs impacted you guys at all?
Tremendously. Unfortunately, most every reproduction part that we were buying is made overseas. So the tariffs have raised our costs significantly there. And it's creating new benchmarks, so we're not going to see it come back down. Unfortunately, we pass the cost along to our customers. But, this is some of the challenges that we face in today's world.
Interesting. Wow. Appreciate the insight. Let's check out the main shop.
Come on out.
Wow.
So what we have here is the mechanical shop. You can see the variety of cars: 70s Nova, 65 Mustang, Carmen Ghia. We've got a 31 Packard. So the variety of cars is pretty extensive. We got some British cars. We got an F100 that we made into a long bed. Again, we're we're outside the box thinkers, and we're always trying to find a solution. Ultimately, it's whatever the customer desires is what we try to do. And this is a good example of that. We've got
Scout
an
back there?
International Scout, yes, and we converted that. We pulled the original motor, and we put a turbocharged four-cylinder Cummins motor in that.
Wow.
So it's all modern technology in an old Scout. We painted the exterior with bed liner and then dyed the bed liner to the color of his choice.
That's really cool.
So
You
that's-
guys have some really unique cars back
Right.
here.
So Jesh, this is where a lot of the projects begin. This is our body shop, fabrication shop, and this is where the work begins. Building it from scratch, from the floor pans up.
That's crazy.
Painstaking work. You need a metal artist such as Doug here. We've replaced every body panel on this car.
That's crazy. I mean, I can only imagine even little things like the door lining up and
Well, here's a
closing.
good example right here of what we're having to do. So we're having to modify the door to make it fit the fender
Yeah.
Wow.
because the gap was so way off.
So
Yes,
yeah,
perfect.
interesting car over here, 77 Porsche 930. We're going to remove the engine of the drivetrain, and we're going to do some dry ice blasting. It's a process that removes any dirt, grime, debris, and it leaves the original finish. Here's our wall of shame. All the parts and pieces from accident damage over the years. Over here is an interesting car because this is one of my cars. I bought this car when I was in high school.
Wow.
It's my '65 Mustang Fastback. Everything from the firewall forward has all been custom fabricated. So everything that we've learned over the last 15 years is being put into this car. Well, Jesh, let me show you our one of our assembly shops here. We do final assembly in this shop. We also have a chassis dyno. We've got this 69 Mustang Fastback. It is in final assembly down to the wiring harness, so every nut and bolt and every wire has been removed and is going to be replaced.
Sweet.
Incorporating some modern technology into some of these older cars really helps the drivability.
So you're matching the original Ford blue.
What we try to do is we ask them what color do they want,
Yeah.
and we can oftentimes mix them a custom color.
Okay, this looks like a really special car. I've never seen one of these in my life. So what can you say about this
It
one? here?
is a very special car. It's from a very private client of ours,
Okay.
and it used to belong to a very famous individual. This is one of his crown jewels to his collection.
That is amazing.
Again, private individual. He's happy to just own this car. Over here we have our DynoJet dyno. So we actually use this dyno, chassis dyno, to tune. We get real-time results without having to actually physically go drive the car on the road. Sometimes we have a special car, or we can actually, tune a vehicle right here on this dyno. Well, Jesh, come on in. This is my home away from home. This is my office. This is where we run
This is so
Renown.
cool.
Everything in here has a story, has a reason why it's on the wall.
Yeah. This might be one of the coolest man caves I've ever seen, Rudy.
Maserati coffee table.
That is super cool.
That's a real Maserati engine. It's just the centerpiece of our little lounge area.
That's super cool.
Jesh, here is the Ferrari 365 GTO-4, better known as the Daytona.
Beautiful.
When this car debuted in 1969, it was the fastest production car ever made at that point, even faster than the Lamborghini Miura. The aero on this car is so good that there's no wings, there's no spoilers. It was just that good. My 2012 Ferrari Challenge had a P2 podium finish in a club challenge time attack here at COTA.
Nice.
What an amazing event. It was filled with drama. It was filled with everything you can ever imagine. I mean, I wasn't supposed to win this. We started off with the wets. The track was a little dry, still wet in some spots. And at that point, I felt that I could see a dry line in the track. And I radioed in. I said, hey guys, let's go to the slicks. I'm on the slicks. I'm going. It's like ice. It's like, oh. I'm trying to heat them up. I'm going. And then it starts raining. I pull into the pits, and the guys already had the wets already ready to go. And they hooked the wand to raise the car up, and the back end doesn't come up. I'm like, guys, what's going on? It's ran out of nitrogen. He literally comes around the car and picks the car up
Wow.
and lets the air jack go down. And then I said, that means I'm only going to get one lap. out of this thing. It's got to be a flying wall. So I'm going. My predicators are lighting up even more green because I'm getting more grip. I'm going. And I had a white 488 challenge car in front of me coming out of turn 6 at Coda. He made a mistake and got loose and went into a wall right in front of me.
Oh, wow.
Didn't slow me down because I kept going. I just went over to the left. He went that way. I went and was finishing my lap. All my predicative lamps were lit up, thinking that was my fastest time of the day. And coming out of turn 12, they red flagged it. Stop the race because of the accident.
Jeez.
I come into the pits and I radio and say, hey guys, where are we at? I don't know, man. There's a glitch in the screen and we don't know yet, blah, blah, blah. And so we parked the car back in the pits and then my mechanic says, hey man, we got P2. Yeah. And what a moment that was. And to have the oldest car there to take the P2 podium.
So I think the 458 has one of the, best sounding naturally aspirated V8s. Any way we could hear this guy start up?
Oh yeah, this thing.
This one must sound even.
It's amazing. Yeah, let me fire it up for you.